He opened it and found a frightening stranger, bound and gagged. The young... I'm sorry. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Hooked on You. Elijah is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let the story continue. Yes, and also remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and yeah. What was my narrator voice? It was like a deeper voice. You wake up and find Wraith holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cold water into your mouth. Oh, oh, hey. now, now that you're finally alone, Wraith looks at you eagerly. I don't care if the seagulls actually waved at you, but I understand the feeling of looking at you from so far away, wanting to reach out. But did it wave at you? I mean, it was complete BS. I made it up. Oh, well, thanks for being honest with me. How do I say this? It's just, honesty is important to me. I've been burned too many times. Something about the word burn makes Wraith look away. Far away, eyes brimming with tears, and yet, at the same time, dead. I understand. Wraith looks back at you with those sad eyes, wanting so badly to believe you. He looks down at the ground. I have something very important to tell you. It's something very special to me. It's not something I tell everyone, but you know how important honesty is to me? I can't expect that from you if I'm not honest in return. Oh great, I bet he got crap. What? Crabs? I can't believe they put a joke like that here. It's about my special bell. What? That bell. Maybe there's my mind's just like wandering places, but like the lighting, the way they choose to like lighten that bell is a little suspicious. It's a little suspicious. It belongs to my father. He gave it to me before he and my mother, well, they had to go away. If I was ever in danger, I was supposed to ring this bell. It didn't really work, but it's all I have of my family with me. Wow, Raph, thank you for telling me. Here, hold it. Whoa, Raph just gave you his bell. Sound the alarm. What are you gonna do with this thing? Well, I'm not in danger, so there's no reason. You caress the bell, running it. You caress the bell, running your fingers over its rusty. Is that dry blood? Why are you touching this thing? Thank you for sharing this important part of yourself. You hand the bell back. Wraith is looking out wistfully at the ocean. The ocean is beautiful. It's not real. None of this is. Wraith looks at you, more intensely than ever. I don't know if you're ready to hear the truth. Just as things were heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and quickly spin around and ready to fend off whatever new dangers popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hands, which they are waving in the air above their heads. It's very important we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening activities. That's strictly slotted for for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, no time for excuses. Well, there is. but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! Go, go, Power Ranger! Bum, 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 bum. Do the Power Rangers still exist? Like, do they still make shows? Anyway, once everybody has gathered around the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly made an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? But story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? What was Spirit's voice? It was like, oh great, we have to decide as a group. That never goes well. You know what I'm not thinking about is that if I go back to the recording and I find out that I just sound the same with every single voice and nothing's changing, how embarrassing that would be. Anyway, whoever did this, set it up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it's for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing worked. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before. Even though it's taken some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true, it is really fair to pick on the newbie. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously? Has anyone here ever happened on... Has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Daniel, if you're trying to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and must are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. Oh, he's calling them by their government name. Okay. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody name any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we've still gotta get started on story time, so... Oh, they literally changed his name to nobody. That's so funny. Dwight has nice legs. Never mind. I'm gonna... Elijah, who do you think should go? Oh, damn it. That's the name. Please pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. I am obviously going to go with my pride and joy, my main boy, Wraith. Whoa, whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid any IP infringement lawsuits. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? I'm not really one for scary stories. Life is scary enough as it is. You literally carry around a skull and a spine as your little prop. Well? As the other killers laugh, Wrath holds up his skull and gazes into the hollow, dark eyes sockets. If you're looking for something Shakespearean in a story, look elsewhere. This is a tale of madness, of staring at the soul of death and never returning. Once upon a time, a young man worked at a junkyard. The man was quiet, kept to himself, just wanted to avoid trouble. While the boss dealt with clients, the young man operated the crusher? Oh, this is like okay. The crusher, turning old cars into cubes of twisted metal. One day, right before crushing a car, he noticed something. Blood. Drip, drip, dripping from the trunk. He opened it and found a frightening stranger, bound and gagged. The young... Sorry. The young man reeled. Was he about to accidentally murder this stranger? How could this have happened? He freed the stranger who ran off into the waiting arms of the boss, the owner of the junkyard. Before his shaking employee could tell him about the mistake that he had nearly made, the boss took out a knife and swiftly slit the stranger's throat. The young man fell to his knees, unable to comprehend what was happening. As he stared at the ground, too shocked to cry, the boss approached him. "Well, what did you do?" he asked the boss. "I did your job for you." "What do you mean? That's not my job. My job is to crush the cars." The boss let out a miserable scoff, his face controlling an evil disdain for the pathetic wretch in front of him. "What do you think we are crushing these cars? To save space? Who do you think my clients are?" I don't know," mumbled the young man. "Yes, you do," screamed the boss. I should have said, "Yes, you do," screamed the boss. "Deep down, you've always known what was happening here. You just didn't want to admit it to yourself. Your hands aren't even clean. My clients give me money, and I take care of their problems, eliminate their witnesses, tie up their loose ends. Or actually, you do." "No," the young man whimpered as the boss towered above him. "Yes, you're nothing more than an executioner, and you've reaped hundreds of souls." The young man's body shook with soft spasms as he tried to cry. As he tried to stop crying. It was when the boss started laughing that it happened. Something in the young man's changed. He stood up, now taller than the boss. A faint glimmer of fear overtook the snarl of the old man's face. The young man's face was empty. Empty as he grabbed the boss throat and dragged him to the car crusher. Empty as he picked up the boss and stuffed him inside. Empty as he slammed the trunk down on him and to his stupid fat head sticking out, begging for mercy. Empty as he started the machine and stared at the boss and its civil, crying wet face. Empty as he grabbed the boss's head and dug his fingers farther, piercing the skin. Empty as he squeezed and pulled. Empty as he heard bones popping and snapping. But when the boss head, still attached to the spine, pulled cleanly out of its disgusting sack of a body, he smiled. The wharf stares back. The wharf stares back into the eye socket of the skull. It doesn't matter how good you are, how innocent, how kind, how full of love you once were. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad. An awkward silence falls upon the room until acts about the story offer. That was a good story. I'm gonna praise it. When you look into the eyes of evil, you would surely go mad. My God, this is brilliant. I'm glad you didn't give us any Shakespeare, because that story made Shakespeare look like a slack-jaw, mouth-breathing idiot. Thank you. I'm just too overcome. You sit down, and the other kills look at each other, unsure if you're joking. Thanks. Wrath, on the other hand, is absolutely sure you're joking. You may have gone a little overboard. I am so bad at picking the right choices. Oh my gosh. On that note, everyone decides it's time for bed. It's time to take a break. Oh, I said bed. I guess it's time for bed for me. And split up for the little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves you alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace, tranquility that lasts for all the 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from all these guppies all day, but I just wanted to hear something from a big want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge on this island doesn't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. Oh, you just have to find me. Come find me, baby. The trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time yourself to think about them just yet. Roth approaches you. Hey, I'm probably not making a great impression because I guess that's not really my thing. I just know that if you got to know me, then I mean, look, the others aren't around, and I really hate the fire pit, and I just hate fire in general. Maybe we can go back to the pool, and like, I don't know, whatever, you know? I don't know why I did that laugh in here, but I think he would have like awkwardly giggled. A dip in the pool with the Wrath. You come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow him and offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Am I gonna get killed? I mean, maybe I want. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I should not say that. I should not finish that statement. Um. Yeah, no, that was not. That's okay. We're gonna continue on. You and your storyteller friend slips into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean to the pool, you're also pretty sure that your killer companion could handle it. Hey, do you remember my story? You mean the one you just told like a minute ago? Yeah. Yes. I mean, like, what do you think of the young man's story? Do you think he's weird? He's not weird. He's weird. I would forgive him. I don't think he's weird. I think he's valid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your boss been setting it for years, killing people, and you just had enough, right? You know, you just like, because it was kind of like it clicked. Like, you know how, not me trying to be an apologist for a freaking murderer. S- um, I wouldn't say he's weird, but I wouldn't say I don't know. Well, I don't think he's weird, but he is bad, and I'm deeply upset with him. He didn't have all the knowledge he needed to begin. I cannot stand this. But what's important is that what you do with the knowledge when you have it. In the end, he's no better than the monster he killed. I hate. I'm pretty sure this is literally the Raph story, like Dead by Daylight lore, but I don't read any of the killer's lore, so I don't know. I don't even know what to pick here. I feel like I'm digging myself in a deeper hole. I'll say no. Not really. I mean, can you imagine knowing someone like that? That would be awful. I I'm so done. You notice the temperature drops significantly. Is the I can't. Please, I can't be around any cube talk. Not since I heard that story from somebody else a long time ago. The story you just told us 2 minutes ago? Exactly. The one that wasn't about me. Usually we'd be nervous that we were making things awkward when we barge in, but obviously we couldn't hold a candle to whatever is happening here tonight. Either way, it's time for bed. For you, but not us. After you go to sleep, that's when we party. After spending all day cooped up in those tight little safari-themed resort uniforms, you just know those two rage late into the night. But you're not here to party with them. You've got your own repressed relationships to tend to. Interesting. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting and chilling this night. You look over into the crackling embers. You think about the Raph story about the young man who found out he was part of the sinister squad. What don't you know about your current situation is it's something that will terrify you, something that will make you snap. What if you look into the eyes of evil, and what if you liked it? Before you can dwell too much out on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. They are now familiar, creepy smile stretches from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that, light lit by firelight. We must apologize for your accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're gonna make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and a blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just to keep the volume to a minimum, our guests aren't the types you'll want to rob their beauty sleep. The minigames consists of 2 parts. Okay, we know the minigame. Well, technically, whatever the pointer stops, suppose I think the rules are different. You relax and you look into the fire. The radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust. What? Huh? What am I supposed to pick? Let's see what station it is. I mean, it's just a few drum beats. Oh, I just realized that I'm not actually listening to the song. Or maybe I am. Nothing's happening. I think I'm doing this wrong. I'm just gonna turn it off. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who will you summon to lay? Well, we can't dig our hole any deeper, right? I can't continue to mess up and, what is it? Mess up and self-sabotage anymore, right? Wrath, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. I can't really sleep. Oh, that happens to me a lot. Okay, don't laugh. Promise? I promise. I guess my secret is to falling asleep is listening to the sounds of bells or chimes. I think of it as a white noise to drown out anything you might hear that's keeping you down. Like what? Like what, Rav? Like those distant screams we can all hear coming from behind the mountain? If that's a bit morbid, I guess you could hold on to this chess piece of mine. We have a chess piece. It's a knight. They're brave, like I wish I were. And the horsies, it's cute. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. Did he just kill me? The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky, but now you had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. Look, I'm not saying that my feelings are hurt because you choose to swim in some pathetic little teacup when you could have swam in the vastness of an entire, uh, me, I guess. I'm not saying that you made a foolish decision and I won't forget it. My feelings aren't hurt. I just lost some respect for you, that's all. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. When you wake, you find Spirit sitting beside you, reading a warm paperback. Oh, hey, what? Shh, shush, shush. Clearly, she has noticed that you're awake, but she hasn't actually looked at you. Seems like she's pretty focused on that book. Shh. It seems like forever as she stared at the pages before finally shutting the book and setting it down. Oh, you're awake. Yeah, Never mind. I saw you were with the Wraith right before bedtime. I wouldn't tell you how to live your life, but if you ask me, you could do a lot better. It's completely by accident I even saw them over here. It's not like I was looking out for you or anything. This was simply the best reading light, and the text in my book is very, very fine print, so it's tough to read in the dark. Don't get the wrong idea. You and I obviously mind our own business types, not phony look out for each other as an excuse for just being nosy types. But, well, since you're here, and I'm here, maybe we maybe we got other things in common. Who knows? If we spend a little bit more time together tomorrow, we might find that, I don't know, we get along. And by get along, I mean exist simply and comfortably without feeling any burning desire to assassinate the other person. Or not. Whatever. I don't even care. Bye. Good night and sweet dreams to you too, I guess. Finally alone, for real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Wait a second. Where are we? This is... Oh, geez. It is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to camera. Okay. I think today went well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end up in bloodshed or ultimately perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do you think, newcomer? Do I have to say, what do you think, what do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say, oh, I do. Attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewed by an elk. And I had to watch her entrails off my Seraphan. That being said, the other three should make sure to put on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I for one will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Rat, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all time. Major buzzkill, and Trapper... Oof, where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff. Sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human. And I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. If I'm being honest, I want to kill just about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the few people I can tolerate, I want to see them suffer for a long time before I kill them. But this person, for some reason, I would like them to continue living. For now. One false step and... well, you know, everyone calls me Trapper for a reason, and they better call me Trapper. I swear, if I watch this later and you list me as Evan, I'm going to kill this guy. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest into something that might hurt me. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how things go. Maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, and that's probably what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easy on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? Yeah, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else if you can't love yourself? RuPaul quote. You know, I think I've learned a lot about myself today. I always thought I was doomed to be alone for eternity, only my creeping desire for revenge to keep me company. Now I know it. Well, that's that. You open your eyes, the sun is shining. That's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great. Totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by a campfire, but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out the nightmare just yet, though. And at least they're make a sexy bunch, no? Alright, we're on to day 2. Let's talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off, right? That joe looks killer. Trickster seems surprisingly cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing um, nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I will be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues? Also, I am just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. Well, at least he bought me a cup of... Now wait, don't drink that! What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee. And I don't want any casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise, the type of place that gives you a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review too. Not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure you leave a review, it really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, speaking of algorithms, leave a like. Trust me, I'm looking out for you, so can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly optimistic... Wait, a possibly... Is that... The illiteracy is showing. Narrator, physically just knock that coffee out of your hand. This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watering grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review. It's supposed to be 2 thumbs up, by the way. If it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, Ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whatever possibility starts from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Construction, these elaborate simulations, I mean vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We have to celebrate those who venture to the bare their souls as part of the creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not to be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even though they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make some great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, Elijah. The last few minutes aside, we have been enjoying your time here on the island. I've been really entertaining. I've been really entertained. Yeah, that's the correct English. Wow, 10 stars, here we come. Can someone remind me to skip this section next time? Nope. We do need to ask you one more question though. We have all our signs away, right? To say anything. Excuse me, anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Yeah, sure. Yes, I will hereby agree to participate in a verbal contract saying that I, Elijah, will never say anything negative about my stay here on this island. Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes. Hey, Elijah, it's totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Colette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing: breakfast. Well, on that note, before we go into this like whole new I guess arc of whoever knows what's gonna happen, right? I think we should end that here, and we could just play through this whole other day, like on a whole episode, I guess. I still don't know how long this playtime is for this game. I think it was I think somebody did the full playtime. I think it's like 2.5 hours. So I think our next episode should be our final episode, right? Or if not the next one, then the next one. But anyway, we're gonna end things here. Remember, if you enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.